What's up everyone, it's your boy Vincent, aka Fresh Off the Box, and welcome to another unboxing video. First of all, thank you guys for tuning in once again. I really appreciate the support. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button at the bottom right corner of your screen. And if you see cartoon icon of myself in the box, just click on that to subscribe to my channel. So anyway, today's unboxing will be about this awesome figure in front of me, which is the Bandai Shokugan modeling project Voltes 5 Legacy. So if you're not familiar with Voltes 5 Legacy, it's pretty much the live-action TV show of the anime Voltes 5. So this is actually made in the Philippines with the Filipino actors, and the show has had great reviews so far. But when we talk about Voltes 5, pretty much it is well known in the Philippines. It's pretty much the #1 super robot over there in the Philippines, and there's so many fans out there who collect the figures, and especially like the Chogokins, and we talk about Voltes 5 a lot over there. But if you're not familiar with the Shogukan modeling project, it is pretty much like Gundams. It is a model kit that you have to assemble. You don't really need to paint it. It's really pre-painted, and all you have to do is put it all together, and you could add your own details to it. But anyway, I really want to start building this figure already, so let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so here are the contents of the box, and here is the sticker sheet that comes with it, and there are 2 instruction booklets or instruction sheets. These black and white one, and here's I think the main one. Check that out. This is huge. Okay. Wow. Alright, it's gonna be quite a bit of work for me to build this. It's gonna take a while. So check that out. Alright, that's a big instruction sheet right there. And I will be busy for a while building this thing. And it comes with a gum. I don't know if this is still good, but I didn't know there was a gum included with this figure. So usually when it comes to like the Japanese model kits, they would include a candy or a gum. So this one came with the gum, but I don't know if I'm gonna eat it. So anyway, let's go ahead and build this thing. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the accessories that came with Voltes 5. So here we have the laser sword. Of course, they had to include this. You can't have Voltes 5 without his laser sword. A very nice detail on the blade, as you can see there, and also on the guard right here, and on the handle. Very nice chrome finish to the blade. I like that. And you can actually replace this with an extra handle right here. This one you can insert the hand on the peg right there. So, and you have these these are for Volt Panzer, but this is pretty much useless. It's just a accessory that you attach when you transform into or combine him into robot mode. And it comes with 4 extra hands. So this one's the open one that can, or you can also put the handle there, and you can pull off some cool poses with that. And here's the one that holds the sword. And kind of disappointing that they include the Voltus bazooka, or his ultramagnetic top. Kind of lame that they didn't include that. And actually, they might have included it in the DX version or the deluxe version. I forgot what it was called, but this was they released 2 versions of the Voltus 5 Legacy for Shokugan Modeling Project, and that one has better paint applications, I think, and I think more accessories. But this is all we get for this version of Voltus 5 Legacy. Alright, so I have all the vehicles assembled, so let's check it out one by one. So let's start with Volt Cruiser. So Volt Cruiser forms the head of Voltus 5, and this was probably this one probably had the most stickers that had to attach to, but the jet looks great. A lot of detail to it. And at the bottom, see, there's the landing gear that you can attach separately. So that's a nice looking jet. Alright, next up we have Volt Bomber. Check this out. And so there's not a lot of stickers on this vehicle. I added like these little ones right here. That's pretty much it. And you have your landing gears here at the bottom. And the Volt Bomber forms the arms of Voltus 5. And you could probably add more details to this using the black marker for the linings, or whatever, how you want to customize your model kits. And next up we have Volt Panzer. Check this out, man. Very nice looking vehicle. And these claws, you can push it back and put it back in. So what sucks about this, you can't open this or close this. So all you can do is just lift it up, tilt it up and down. And I think you can move these too. So for his wheels or tank tires, I don't know what you call it officially. There's these are movable, so you can adjust these. So that's a nice gimmick they have for this vehicle. And this forms pretty much the torso or the chest of Voltus 5. Check that out. And next up we have Volt Frigate. Check this out, man. It's a nice looking vehicle, and this forms the legs of Voltus 5. So these you can move these antennas, and you have some missiles here, and also not a lot of stickers for this for these vehicles. We only added these 2 stickers right there, and very nice detail to it. And here you have your landing gears here at the bottom, and that's pretty much it. And for the last vehicle, we have the Volt Lander, which forms Voltus 5's feet. And as you can see here, it's a pretty nice looking vehicle. A lot of detail on it. And you can move these antennas right here. Added some stickers here in the fins, on the sides here for the lines, and then also for these for the tips of the feet. It's pretty much all the stickers that this vehicle has, and very nice detail on the back and also on the bottom of the feet. And you can add some effects pieces there and insert them into those holes. But that's pretty much it for Volt Lander. Alright, so now that we've seen each detail of the vehicle, it's time to combine it to form Voltus 5. So let's volt in. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the articulation of Voltus 5 Legacy. But before we do that, there's something you can do. It's not really necessary, but it just gives his head more freedom to move. And there's all you have to do is just pop this head off. There you go. And then let's take this part of the jet. And you can just slide this off. And then let's reinsert his head to the body. There you go. And you can insert this with this piece. Is like a connector piece. And let's move these out of the way first. All right, so now let's attach this here. You see that hole in the back. You can attach it there. There you go. And then get this part of the jet again. And then we're gonna attach it to the that connector. So there's the hole there. Let's insert it there. Oops. There you go. So his jet acts like a backpack. All right. And then now his head has more freedom of movement, without that part of the jet attached. So it's not like some kibble out there in the back that's like moving along with the head. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out the articulation of the figure. So start with the head. It's on the ball joint, so you can rotate the head in so many different ways. Look up, down. That's pretty much the range of motion you can go. Arms, you can lift this up. So rotate that. And elbows right here. Of course, the hands. It's on the ball joint. All right. And for the upper body, and he can actually look down. So they gave him a cool range of motion for that. Awesome. So you can pull off some cool poses with him. You can't rotate the waist though. These flaps open or lift up, so you can pretty much the legs be able to have that range of motion, and so it won't even hinder the. Oops. Yeah, you can move that. You can do that. Splits too. So push this back. Oops. There you go. And I don't think, yeah, you can't rotate the thighs at all. But that's the elbow, that's the knees right there. So very nice detail when you bend the knees. So, back. And of course, you have your ankle joints. Nice. So you can really pull off some cool poses with that. And your toe joints. So we'll give some Voltus have some good range of motion when he's like standing, or you're doing some cool poses with his feet. So that's pretty much it for the articulation of this figure. Alright, so now let's use the laser sword. So it's pretty easy to attach this to a hand. So just slide this here. Oop, there you go. And there is Voltus 5 with his laser sword. Check that out. And of course, if you want to use this hand to hold the sword, it's pretty easy. You can just pop this handle off and use this other handle with that peg and insert it right like so, and now have him hold it. So you can actually move this thumb here. This thumb kind of like moves. So just move it out of the way and insert that in there. There you go. And now you can actually have him kind of hold the sword with his thumb right there. And then insert it back here. And boom. Check that out. So it is like holding Voltus 5 holding his laser sword. And if you want him like there's this other gimmick where he actually the sword comes from his chest. and then you can actually pop this off. Boom, there you go. So it looks like, because this comes out of his chest. So there, usually that's not, there's no, his logo right there doesn't show up when he uses his sword. So, but there's very nice detail on that chest right there. Check it out. All right, so now let's go ahead and check out the height of this figure. So Voltus 5 Legacy is about 8 inches tall. Yeah. All right, so now let's compare Shogukan Modeling Project Voltus 5 Legacy with another figure in the same line. And actually, we're going to compare him with the original Voltus 5. Check that out. This is based off on the anime. And man, it still looks amazing. And this is the regular version. There was another version that was released too. I think it was the Vault in Respect version too. But it seems like they're the same height. Just a big difference in the design of the figure, man. So you got the live action on the left, and then you have the animation version on the right, and it looks like they're this pretty much almost the same height. I think original Voltus 5 is a little bit higher or taller because of his head, but aside from that, and they look great side by side. And now let's compare Voltus 5 Legacy with another figure from a different line. This is the Mini Action Toys Voltron Vehicle 4. So, if you're not familiar with Mini Action Toys, they also specialize in making super robots, but they're not model kits. They're pretty much made figures already, and all the paints are applied. So you don't worry about or like building the different vehicles. So they're just small figures, that all you have to do is assemble it to form the super robot. So I believe they already made versions of Voltron, also Voltus 5 and Deimos. So but they're kind of like on the smaller side, as you can see, compared to the Shogukan modeling project, Voltus 5 Legacy. So yeah, but yeah, mini action toys is also a great line to collect when it comes to like super robots that you want to display on your desk. They're not super big too, so they're pretty cool, and they have a lot of articulation also. So SMP Voltus 5 Legacy is an awesome looking figure, man. Just check this out. So much detail on the look of the figure. I really think they really did a good job of making him look like as he appeared on the show. You know, and you can probably add more detail to this figure because it's just, I feel like the chrome parts should be more silver, more shiny, but it's more like grayish, but you can add more lining to it. But they also gave him a lot of good articulation. His poses, you can pull off so many poses with him, like this one, and it's just a fun figure to play with, especially in hand. So a couple of things that I didn't like is that he only gave him the laser sword. That's pretty much no Voltus bazooka, no ultramagnetic top. That's pretty much it. Just the laser sword as his main weapon. But the stickers are kind of like a pain to apply sometimes because they're so tiny. So that's the thing with the SMPs too. Is like the stickers can be difficult to apply. But and there's also some small parts that kind of pop out. So sometimes when you move him around, so it depends on how you hold him. But aside from that, SMP Voltus 5, just an awesome looking figure, man. And definitely, if you're a fan of Voltus 5, gotta pick this up for your collection. And that wraps up another unboxing video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next review. Thanks for watching.